Hello, I'm Kim Cerna, and this is my video component of the reflective analysis of student work forms that I did for the Master's Comprehensive Evaluation. So the reflective analysis of student work forms, we use them to look at trying to help Sandra make successful transitions from one thing to another during preschool. We used her IEP goal that is based on transitions and did 5 consecutive forms with the reflective analysis and made each form had a smaller portion of what her IEP goal was. And then after each session, after each 2 weeks was up for each form, we would meet and talk about what was working, what wasn't working, what we wanted to try next. And anyway, we completed each worksheet together. So like we would go into the first section, and her IEP goal was Sandra will transition to the next activity in the classroom with only 1 prompt and 8 out of 10 consecutive documented opportunities. And so we took the smaller goal out of that. Sandra will explore and be exposed to the timer and use it at least 5 times. We're going to use a timer to help her transition, let her know when it's going to be almost time, when there's 5 minutes till it's time to clean up, or 5 minutes till it's time to transition, and then when it is time. And then document those. And then we get together afterwards, and we all work together and document how it worked each time. Like if it happened during the classroom teacher was documenting it. If it happened during speech language therapy, then the therapists were documenting it. If it happened during counseling, the counselor would document it. And from there, we would decide how we could make adjustments for the next section, for the next 2 weeks. And about the third one into it, we noticed that Sandra was having a really hard time transitioning from counseling. She has play therapy counseling, which happens at preschool, but in a separate office from the classroom. And she was never successfully transitioning from counseling back to the classroom or to the next activity. So we talked about some different ways for her to be successful like that. And we decided that, she's being successful almost every time after free play in her regular classroom. So let's have the teacher come and help her with the timer during each of those transitions in other areas. So the teacher came and used the timer for speech language therapy, for occupational therapy, for counseling, to see if we could get more success in other areas besides just in the regular ed classroom. And it started to work. So by the end of all 5, she did meet our goal. She didn't meet the 8 out of 10 consecutive data sessions, but she was at, I believe, 6 out of 10. And that was the last goal that we had set on the 5th form, was that she would receive only 1 prompt and be successful 6 out of 10 documented opportunities. And she was successful 6 out of 10 consecutive documented opportunities. On the 12th of February, she was successful 3 times, free play, tabletop activity, and occupational therapy. She transitioned all 3. And on the 13th of February, free play, speech language therapy, and outside play, she was successful transitioning those 3 times. So 2 days in a row, all 3 opportunities, she was able to be successful. So our next step then would be to go for 8 out of 10. So that's where we're at now with her. And we are hoping that that we can continue with this process to help Sandra meet her IEP goal. Using this data really helped us focus in on the important aspects of where we were struggling and where Sandra was struggling and how we could help her. So I think we will continue to use those forms because they really help us focus on collecting the data and then analyzing it and how we can change things or add to things to make it better next time. I think that our project was very successful, and I look forward to continue using it, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Have a good day.